Okay, let me ask you a question. You want to have like an amazing, inspired, full life, right? Everybody's here, really on the planet, for the same reason. That's what we're all going for. Like the dreams that you had when you were 8, that your life could be like that romance novel. Maybe not, I don't know, that's weird. Well, maybe those were the dreams that I was having at 8, right? Yeah, yes, probably, right? Those Harlequin covers of the Harlequin romances, right? So, and then, you know, life finds its way, and then it seems like, oh God, you become an adult, and we lose connection to the possibility of those things happening. So, I think it's about having a choice. Actually, it is about having a choice, and it's up to you which choice you want to make. And so, part of the choice is, do you want to see the world in a materialistic, and when I mean materialistic, I mean of matter, the science, I'm talking science here tonight, of matter, a deterministic, materialistic, Newtonian world of cause and effect, of which we are certainly a part. But what's interesting about that world is, once you're out dealing with the world at that level of reality, there is no change. Or, do you want to explore your life at the level of the quantum? And quantum physics, all quantum physics is an exploration of a physical phenomenon in the world at a microscopic level. And what I love about the connection of the two is that the micro sits within the macro. And we are certainly in this reality, this physical world as we see it. But as I said, when we're trying to solve problems and to create our lives the way we're really wanting them to fulfill those pictures we had when we were 8, if you're doing it out at that Newtonian level, it's too late. So what I'm here to try to help give insight to is you can create change at the causal level. And science talks about that at the quantum, the causal level. So here's something about atoms that I learned that I had never known this part about atoms. So we all know that atoms are the basic building block of the entire universe, and atoms come together to create matter. This table, or, you know, me, or you, or the water bottle, whatever. And actually, they don't actually come together, they're actually repelled by their own electrical forces, but it somehow creates matter, right? Okay, so everything of the universe is atomic. And the amazing thing that I did not know is that 99.9% of atoms, energetically, are empty space. Empty space. I did not know this. So, put it together. You are made up entirely of atoms. That means 99.9% of you is space. It's space. Holy crap. You are space. It's hard because we get stuck on the physical. But you're not that. You're space. And what happens when science tries to measure space? Well, it's immeasurable. It's infinite. It's expansive. You are infinite. You are space. In fact, like space, you exist in all points everywhere, or 99.9% of you exists in 99.9% of all points everywhere. Mind-boggling to me, right? We also know that electrons, which are just a part of the atom, that they have both, they are both a particle and a wave. That's what they are. And that there's this really groovy thing called superposition, which I talked about before in Schrodinger's cat, which basically says all possibilities exist simultaneously. They exist everywhere and simultaneously. And a wave doesn't become a particle or a thing, meaning you or the chair or the TV or whatever it is, until we observe it. And then once it's no longer observed, it collapses back into wave form. Okay, so now what does all this have to do with potential or possibility? Well, coming back to this idea, 99.9% of you is space. This electrical, energetic, expansive, limitless, infinite thing that we have a hard time articulating, and a hard time understanding, or a hard time even grasping it in a way that we can change our lives. So what we're trying to get you to maybe create a new paradigm around is that what if you started at the quantum to introduce the energetic of what you'd like to see happen in your life. It's really, really easy once we're going to do it. We're going to do a demonstration of it, right? It's very hard because we're living in this three-dimensional world and you're trying to make the change in the three-dimensional world. What we're going to do is create the causality of what you want to see happen in your life at a different level. So a lot of times, all my work is all meditation based, but I don't really ever have time to do a meditation, ever. Just don't, because the number of people here. But we're going to do like a 5-minute meditation here as an example of how you can try to introduce the things that you're wanting to have happen at your life at a causal level. And then we'll just see what happens in the next 3 or 4 weeks. If you can, try to do this 5 minutes a day, in the evening and in the morning. That's it. We're going to do it with some music, and it's going to be a guided meditation. And I just want you to work with imagery and feeling. That's it. Imagery and feeling. Actually, feeling is the creative, causal part. It's part of you that is co-creative. You've got to introduce the intention at the level of causality. So let's just try it. You have nothing to lose. How's it working being out in the world and trying to change things when you're just bumping around and it doesn't feel like things are moving your way, and you try to force it down and you get really upset and it doesn't go and you keep trying to control it and you're like, oh God, what's it all for? Try something else. What do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose. So we want to introduce a clear intention through feeling and imagery at the quantum level, okay?